He may very well. One goes down as well. I tell you, a single Colossus. The Immortal does not give a damn. He's going for it. It'll be finally sniped off. There's two Stalkers would love to finish that one. A blink by Mana doesn't stop that from happening. And GG Nightend. Wow.
Good job by him.
What a great PvP performance for Nightend, considering who he was up against there. And as you said, that engagement looked really bad for him when he went into it.
You know, I think a big difference was made by Mana making a really nice move, which turned out to be bad. He blinked forward and did damage to Colossus, but didn't end up killing him.
Yeah, exactly.
So instead of taking out a lot of damaged units, which were like weakened by Colossus, he could have maybe taken out 10 more units because they are all low on hit points. Instead, he damaged one Colossus, but it survived.
Yeah.
So it could still deal damage. So basically, it was useless for him to blink forward.
Exactly. Nightend was incredibly good with his control in that engagement. He was dancing with the Colossus. He got his engagements just right, the units in the correct place. Mana, on the other hand, didn't work out so well. He got a bit impetuous, leaping forward, as you said.
I mean, look at the score screen. Mana had 2.5k more minerals. That's a huge lead in PvP, but still, Nightend controlling the battle better. Thought he's not going to be too... I thought he's going to be too patient, but it worked out.
Yeah, turns out that was not the case. And Nightend with an exceptional start to this group. And really, Mana wanted to take that. With a strong PvP, that would have been a good boost to him going forward. That's really the only match he could afford to lose in this group. But then he's got all sorts of unpleasantness. He's got to go up against Cass next. Cass we know is a monster. He's been known as a monster online. He's not performed well in Lance, but he went straight through his group. No problem at all. And that scares me, honestly. Cass the Destroyer is a scary individual. Yep.
Cass is somebody you should always count on to be doing well at tournaments.
Yeah.
He hasn't done awesomely yet, but really decently.
Yeah, you've got to keep an eye on him.
He kicks out good players and then he loses. But
yeah. He's always said to us, actually, when we asked him, that he gets really nervous at lands. But he's not showing it this time around. He went straight through the round of 64. Very powerful play. And we'll see what he can do. And obviously, Mana's TVP, not bad at all. Very good matchup.
Very strong. It's probably his strongest matchup.
Yes, I mean, I remember when actually Jinro was doing incredibly well when Mana took him out, actually, when I was watching that match, and that was very impressive.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone really expected it from Mana at that point, but his TVP, really strong.
Yeah.
Cass, on the other hand, monstrous. He practices so much. He plays so many games. So I think that's going to be a fantastic matchup, and we get to cast it too, so
absolutely
even better.
And Mana, Cass completely out-macroed Idra when he was playing him, and that's something to note because Idra, pretty good macro, some people say.
Not too shabby, some might say, not too shabby,
so Cass definitely going to be good. However, his unit control, not the best, and in TVP, you need to have those really good engagements. Just by macro, you're not going to win games. If you allow Protoss to get that huge staff ball, doesn't matter how good your macro is. Cass needs to drop more. He doesn't drop too much.
Yeah,
so that's one of his flaws.
Yeah. That's very true. He's exceptionally good with his engagements. His macro, as you've said, is fantastic. But yeah, not one of the most drop-heavy players I've seen. And he could perhaps maybe take a couple of lessons from Strelok in that regard. Strelok's like, if I'm not dropping in 5 different locations at once, it's not a proper drop.
Absolutely.
Yep. Have you ever noticed he looks like Commander William Riker?
I know.
See? He knows.
I know. I'm so happy you say that because I always think that maybe I'm just retarded.
Yeah, I keep wondering why people don't recognize that.
No, like I was wondering why there's no constant pictures of him.
I did it. I did one for Starcraft Invitational 3. Yeah, I actually, this is what I pay my graphic designer to do. I said, today you're photoshopping Strelok into Commander William Riker. It didn't take much photoshopping, I'll tell you that for a fact.
I know.
Oh, Strelok's such a great guy.
I know, I love him.
Big love for Strelok.
And now people tell me I look more and more like Strelok.
You're getting there, and that is an impressive beard that you've got going. What actually encouraged you to grow the beard? Was that for purely skill reasons, or?
Like, there's a long story behind it. Basically, I'm not allowed to shave until I'm in a major tournament.
Okay.
But I'm gonna try to find a way out of there because I'm not... Because I'm not going to be going to any tournament for 3 months after Dreamhack and only practice. So I might change it to win 10 online cups in like 3 months.
That sounds reasonable, yeah.
I mean, it's not easy either. Like,
Yeah, that sounds good. I think it would be great to see you just hammering the online cups. It's good practice as well, I suppose.
Absolutely. I need to do that more anyway.
Yeah, hammer the online cups. So we'll see if we get you back into another Shoutcraft Invitational.
Yeah, sure.
Do some damage.
I love that.
Yeah, shall I feed you Destiny again? That was one of the most entertaining matches I've ever seen. Game 1 on, what did he play? Was it Zelnaga? Zelnaga, I think you played on.
Oh, yeah.
The first game, 50-minute game.
On Zelnaga,
You guys are crazy. That was fun. That was so much fun to cast and watch.
Yeah, Infestors are pretty good.
Infestors are pretty good, as it turns out, yeah. Especially when you have 30 of them.
Yeah.
Christ. That's good stuff. Well, I think the next matchup, if they're on schedule, is probably going to be in about 25 minutes' time. I'll keep an eye on...
Oh, right. That was already 2 PvPs. I was like...
Yeah, it's 2 PvPs.
Shouldn't we, like, go into the next game?
There isn't one. There is no game. Unless you want to play 2v2s, then there's really not an awful lot we can do there.
Okay.
You want to do 2v2s?
No.
We'll see you in 25 minutes, folks. You are watching the Steel Series stage right here with the mighty TLO.
And the awesome TB.
We'll be back shortly.